Hi, my name is Mona and I'm here to support individuals and organisations build their change capability. Today's session is about change impact assessments, a question I get asked about quite a bit. So things like what does a spreadsheet look like? What does a tool look like? Here I've got a version of the tool. Obviously there's lots of different approaches to take. This is just a very minimum viable product version, and it depends on the complexity of your change as to what other information you'd want to capture. So at the bare minimum, we want to capture the current state. What does the current state of the team look like in terms of business, process, technology, people and organization? So we've got the B top column in the on the right hand side, second from the end, and the current state would just list what is the current state. So and look at the particular area looking at. So if there's a team that's going through a change, what does a team look like currently? If it's software, what software are you using currently? If you're not using software, what processes? So you might be using Excel to carry out a particular function. And then we've got the future state. So what will it look like in the future when the change is all done? And then you're able to map the change or the delta. So when you've got a clear current state and a clear future state, you map the delta. That can then inform the impact. If you don't have a clear future state, which is fine, this happens a lot, predict what you might anticipate the future state being. And then from there, when you've got the change or impact, you're able to anticipate or guess a impact level. So again, the first round of an impact assessment, you might just do it with a few key stakeholders. There might be a little bit of guessing and assumptions here. And then the next step would be, as part of your actions, who else do we need to talk to get to a more granular level and understand what the real impacts are. So you might think there's a high impact to a particular area or to a particular process that people are carrying out, as in the whole process is changing, only to come to find when you get to people who are carrying out the process that maybe perhaps there's not a high impact, or vice versa. You think it's a low impact, it turns out it's a high impact. So when you've determined the impact level, then you select, is it a business, technology, organization, people, or process related? It's very important to capture these. Sometimes we stay with technology. And then you've got actions. So you can list actions in the impact assessment if you want, or you might capture them elsewhere. But it's really important to capture what you're going to be doing about each level of impact that you've identified. And next steps, as I mentioned earlier, is to find out who else do I need to talk to go through this impact assessment. Thanks, that was a snapshot version, very brief, of what a change impact assessment might look like for you and your organization.